Hello everyone, this is Instructor Ford for ECED 105, Behavior, Observation, and Evaluation. This is an instructional video to help you understand how to create the portfolio project for our class. Our portfolio project consists of 3 observation interpretations. They will be done in week 5, week 6, and week 7. Each one will be done on a different child's observation notes, and you can see the children's names listed here. At the bottom of this opening page, I'm letting you know that you can find your portfolio project directions and rubric doc contained in the Weeks tab, Week 1. You'll find the Weeks tab to the left of your screen when you're looking at our class. I'm also going to provide for you a portfolio project outline that I created that you can use that will make it easier for you to create your document for each observation interpretation. Let's go ahead and click off this opening page and look at the portfolio project directions and rubric. When I uploaded downloaded mine, I color-coded a couple of parts to make it easier to identify for you which ones I'm talking about. So I'm first going to talk about the scenario. Make sure you read this pretend story that you're in and look at the way you write things through the lens of your role in this scenario. I also want to point out to you that it says in-service therapists. So that means there will be therapists coming to your school to do therapy services for different children, including the ones that you're going to be doing their observation interpretations for this assignment. Scrolling down a little further, you see the directions, and I put those in green in my document. Make sure you know that each one of your observation interpretations needs to be at least 250 words long in length. It can always be longer than that, but if it's less than that, you will have some points deducted. I also want you to note that in the directions, it shows you that every child that you're going to be writing an observation interpretation on, you'll be provided with their observation notes that you will study, and you'll also be provided with some resource information for that particular child to help you interpret the observation and what the child's issues might be and what kind of services they might need. Scrolling down a little further, I want you to notice that you need to follow these requirements and formatting for your writing. Going down a little further, deliverable descriptions appears. This is when we see the 3 children that we're going to be doing the observation interpretations on. I highlighted in yellow that in week 5, you'll be working on Alex Cleary's observation. And in week 6, if we look down a little further here, you'll see that you're going to be doing a child named Tanya Blake. And then lastly, in week 7, you'll be doing a child named Janice Charles. Scrolling back up, please notice that the full instructions for what you need to do for each one of these children is listed under the week 5 for Alex Cleary. So it's telling you that you need to pick at least 2 of these 4 questions to explore fully in detail for each child that you do the observation interpretation on. So when you do Tanya Blake in week 6, you're still going to go back up here and look at 1 through 4, these questions here, to work on Tanya, and the same with Janice in week 7. I'd like you to scroll all the way down on your document and go past the rubric, and then you'll see Alex Cleary's observation. There's background information and bullet points about his observation. And then there's resources for you for Alex's interpretation, for you to interpret his observation. It's your child at 1 year old. Scrolling down a little further, help your child learn and grow. These will pertain to Alex Clary's age, and these will help you know how to figure out whether he's meeting his milestones, what kind of issues might be showing up. Now, if you scroll down further, it's the same for Tanya Blake, observation notes, and resources for you to use. And then there's Janice Charles, observation notes, and resources for you to use. So I'm scrolling all the way back up now, just so we can be at the top of the document. Let's now click off of this and look at the outline that I created, and I'm going to provide this for you. At the end of the week 4 announcement, I will provide this video and these 2 documents so that it's easy for you to get started. You don't have to use this outline that I created, but I think it will make it a lot easier for you if you do. So I want you to notice that this is a document that you can put your cursor into and write right into it. So the document I'm going to give you, it says your name. So you can actually just highlight that and put in your own name. Same with the date, you'll put in the real date. Don't change the next 2. ECED 105 is the name of our class, and week 5 observation interpretation, Alex Clary. This is correct for week 5, but in week 6, you can simply change the week and change the child's name. Same with week 7. So let's scroll down a little further. Please notice that you're going to choose 2 of the prompts below, and I would really like it if you would let me know which numbers you're writing about. And I'm talking about these down here, 1 through 4. I'm not going to take the time right now in the video to talk over everything that's here because I want you to read it and follow it. But I do want to point out one thing. You're not going to be someone who's diagnosing the child. You're certainly not going to say anything like, I think this child has autism, or I think this child has a speech delay. That's diagnosing, and it's not really our job or our expertise to do that as teachers. The therapist, the clinical tester will do that. But you can talk about what kinds of issues that you saw the child had. You might say, it looks like Alex might have some motor issues because he can't hold his sippy cup up by himself. So I'm just making that up right now, but I'm giving you an example of how you could word it, how you can approach it without specifically diagnosing what you think the child has. So do not say what types of activities the child needs either for therapy. The therapist will do that. You are doing this. You are identifying the child's issues according to the observation notes, and then you are helping to coordinate the services that the child will receive. You are not the one who is providing the therapeutic services. So I'd like you to start with this. What are the child's difficulties and what developmental domains are affected? You could have a little paragraph opening up like that. Another little paragraph could say, what type of intervention may the child need? You could say, it looks like this child could be seen by a speech therapist, or this child may need to be seen by a physical therapist for motor issues. And then I listed the 4 exact questions that you can choose from. The directions say that you need to choose at least 2 of these, but you can always choose 3 or 4 if you want to. So remember, you have to choose 2. It doesn't matter which ones you choose, but you must write in detail about the 2 questions here that you're going to answer, but you can answer more. Now I'm going to scroll down to this part right here, and I'd like to show you something. So your write-up must be at least 250 words in length. Remember to follow the requirements for the writing and the formatting criteria. Full instructions are in the portfolio project directions and rubric. So I'm going to show you that this part right here that I'm highlighting, this is in a typeface called Book Antiqua. This is one that Bryant Stratton College uses a lot in their documents. And it's also, not color-coded or in bold type. It's in completely normal, regular type. So this is the typeface and the type size that you can use. So if you want, you can simply highlight that and start typing in your own wording, start your first paragraph about what you're writing about that child. So, I'm sorry, I'm going to put it back. I've highlighted it. I'm going to copy it and cut it and keep pasting it here to make a point. Sorry. So if I take this and I repeat it a few times, this is about how much you're going to probably write. I've done the word count, and this is about how much it will be. So if I do highlight this and use my word count tool, I can see how much I have exactly. But it's around 260, maybe 300 words. So you're definitely making your word count. But I want to show you that it's not going to be pages and pages of work. It'll be about this much visually when you're done. So you can feel sure that you've made the right amount. But if I also cut that out, it goes back to the way it was. And I hope that you understand that you can kind of link up to this right here and start writing your own document. I'm going to put that back again the way that it was because I want to show you something else. Let's pretend you've written your document, and you can then take all of this part and you can take it out like that. And I did say that I'd like to know which number questions you're writing about. So let's pretend you wrote about number 1, and let's pretend you wrote about number 2. That's how it could look. I would love it if it would look like that. That would be an excellent way to organize your paper. And then you can take this entire thing, cut it like that, take it out so I've copied it. And now I'm going to click onto this other page to show you. This is looking at our class, and I've clicked on the Weeks tab over on the left here. And then I can scroll to week 5. Because in week 5, that's where your first observation interpretation is due. So I'm going to click on week 5. And then I can scroll down and see the assignment, portfolio project, observation interpretation of Alex Cleary. So I'm going to click on the title of that assignment, which takes me to the submission portal. If you want to write your submission, you can put it right into this box. And now look, I can just paste my document right in here. This is what I copied out of my paper, and I've put it in there. Yours might turn out looking a little differently, but that's okay. But what you should really do is not put your information right into the box here. You should browse local files on your desktop or on your computer and attach the file as a Word document. That's really the best way to do it because you're going to have to do that anyway in week 7. All of them will have to be in a Word doc and then uploaded together as your portfolio project. So you might as well do that now. So browsing the local files is the one you pick because that's where you can find on your desktop or in one of your folders the outline that you wrote into and upload it here. Okay, I think that's about it. I'm going to go ahead and say goodbye and let you get started on this when you have a chance. And if you need any help, just let me know. You can email me and ask questions. Thanks so much. Good luck. Bye-bye.